Nowadays, in order to improve the production efficiency, dairy industry widely use IT systems to process large amount of data. For example, in dairy inventory control and sales management. When dairy company use IT system as an auditor, the first thing is to evaluate the general control. If general control are not reliable, auditor must use CAS to do the test of detail and substantive testing. For example, use general auditor software to do the simply ensure life dairy product and evaluate to test the accuracy, valuation, and allocation assertion of inventory. If general control are reliable, auditor need to evaluate the application control. If it appropriate, auditor can do the substantive testing and test of control. For example, in test data, auditor enter mismatched item and price into the dairy sales invoice and see whether the system could create the warning message and check the link with the price must fail to test the accuracy assertion of sales.
Auditor need a site expert to provide greater supervision and control the auditing risk better. There are two issues might need inquiry expert. Firstly, due to the particularity of the dairy industry, the various type of inventory, short shelf life of dairy products, and the identification of quality make it more difficult to audit the inventory. Meanwhile, inventory are valued at the lower of cost and net reliable value. The estimation of net reliable value includes assessment of future turnover of inventory held for sales and the future selling price. Any change of the estimation will impact the value of inventory. So the expert could give appropriate valuation process and value suggestion of inventory. Secondly, the dairy inventory has different property, plant, and equipment. Compared with other production industry, the PPE of dairy company include land, building, furniture and feeding, vehicle, etc., which covering from production, processing to distribution. As the PPE is so complex, it is necessary to inquire expert to evaluate PPE as well as annual depreciation to get net book value and ensure the appropriate value of PPE account.
As for the factors that may impact the going concern assessment, first one would be substitutes, because there are many choices and intense competition from overseas dairy products like cheese, butter, and butter oil. Also, cheese accounts for a big slice of the average Australian's yearly milk consumption. People prefer low-priced cheese and butter from overseas, like Euro cheese for example. As a result, the retail store aren't necessarily wanna buy those products made in Australia, and the Euro and New Zealand cheese dominate the supermarket shelves, which makes sales value of domestic dairy products go down sharply. Therefore, cheese makers as a large part in Australia's dairy manufacturing industry may have to concern about their going concern. Secondly, retail stores have oligopoly position, implying low bargaining power of manufacturers. Many dairy manufacturers are trying to sell the milk to the retail stores, and if the retail stores are putting pressures on and trying to lower the price to the price of the milk, then that's gonna squeeze, and the manufacturers won't make much money, which is gonna obviously put more negative pressures on the going concern.
Valuation of dairy inventories is one of the key audit matters in dairy industries, as inventory is a significant asset for dairy manufacturing industry, and the majority of them is dairy inventory, which includes fresh milk as raw material, and they have a short life. In addition, the quality of dairy inventories is directly related to the value. Thus, the value of them will be overstated due to the issues relating to the product quality. So, to address the matters, auditors should select samples from inventories to test if they could be used and assess the extent to which stock was regarded and written down in accordance with the downgrade specifications, then revalue them at a lower cost and net realizable value.
The most likely type of audit opinion is unmodified opinion because there is no material misstatement in the financial report. To explain this, I will talk about the most important account, inventory. The value of inventory may at risk due to the nature of short-lived products, but two factors will lead to a fair presentation framework. First, some laws and regulations about food safety requires the company to provide more detailed information about the quality and safety of their products. So, in the financial report, the firm have to disclose the fair information about the condition and recovery of inventory, such as estimation of NRV. Second, high international market competition impacted the confidence of investors and customers. Dairy firm likely to provide fair statements and disclose more information to users, especially for inventory. They would like to select an appropriate method of recognition and measurement to show their ability of operation and management of inventory.